Chris, I know you talked about how you felt coming out of the end of the summer. Did you feel like this team is where you wanted it to be after these 8 weeks?
No, never not where I want it to be. Um, I think overall, John Raybon, trainer, did a great job this summer, above and beyond. Had some guys banged up, and what he did with Corn was just, you know, really impressive. But a lot of things in that training room, young guys get here and they just got to adjust. Like all teams, we've got some nickel dime stuff, and but that was impressive this summer. Raybon asked a lot of him. He basically runs a NBA training room philosophy, and so that was a victory. John Riley, I mean, the summer is John Riley time. It's that's the priority. We kind of set it. Your master calendar kind of in the fall. The academic piece is always a priority because class times. Like guys got to take that class to graduate. That class is at 11 o'clock on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's where it always kind of starts. Then you start getting into, obviously games, practice times, this and that, off the court. But in the summer, it's John Riley time, is what we call it. Remember those Miller time commercials? Miller time. This John Riley time. So he's the priority, and we try to get the guys as fresh as we possibly can before we play the inter squads. But other than that, it's John. So he doesn't sacrifice anything in the strength conditioning in terms of when the next practice is. It's okay if we're sore from time to time and shooting or film study or something like that. So John Riley, I thought he did a really good summer. We took some weight off some guys. We put some weight on some guys. We've changed some mental habits. We've changed some nutritional habits, and so that's where it always kind of starts from a player development standpoint. It's the training room and the weight room and the conditioning. Had a good summer academically. Made all A's and B's as a group, except for one class that was a really, really tough class, and we didn't get it done, but it wasn't because of lack of effort. Basketball-wise, just a work in progress. Describe this again. The way I coach is, or we coach. We got 15 players, and we got a plan for those 15 guys, and we talk about it. We stress it. We focus it. We are really obsessed with it on a daily basis. These 15 guys getting better, executing a plan, constant evaluation, accountability. And so that's really where it kind of starts because, in theory, if all 15 guys are playing as well as they can, our team's probably going to be okay. At the same time, we're always thinking about the offensive side of the ball. For us, it's always ball security, spacing, balance. Don't talk a lot about scoring or points per game, nothing like that, especially in the summer. But we made some strides. We're getting some things done. It's a new way to play for some guys. But I think we did well. Defensively, that's the bread and butter. That's where we invest most of our time in the summer. It starts by just simple coaching. Like if I had a chance to coach a team in the Peach Jam and only had 5 minutes with them in the parking lot before the game, I would probably identify, that we got to get back on defense. We got to finish possessions with blockouts. Those are what we call the bookends. Nothing's more important all the way to the last game of the season. You take care of the bookends, you're going to be in the game. You don't take care of the bookends, it's going to be a hard 40-minute deal for you. In between the bookends, obviously ball screen defense, our punches, our adjustments, our post defense. Are we going to deny? Are we going to be in the gaps? There's a lot of things in between those bookends. Summertime, not so much. More quality over quantity. But we spend a lot of time on those bookends, trying to get back and trying to get a rebound. Third thing, offense, defense, and thirdly would just be our culture. Just trying to figure out who we are and making sure the guys understand the non-negotiables. I can sit around and talk to these guys about a lot of things. I'll even consider their point of view from time to time, especially the older guys. But there's a few things in our program that are just non-negotiables. There's nothing to talk about. This is what we're going to do. Certainly the relationship piece. Today's a great day. Just spending all day with the players. We're going to end tonight on is it Lake Sardis or Sardis Lake? There we go. Sardis Lake. And so, Yeah, good summer. Met my expectations. No, pleased. I don't know. It's just the urgency involved. Like every day, just on a good day, you want to stack it, and on a day that came up a little bit short, you'll never get it back. But overall, very appreciative of the guys' buy-in this summer, their time, their investment. Look, it's not easy to play at Ole Miss. We tell recruits that all the time, but it's not easy to win. It's not easy to win in life. It's not easy. This is not an easy life. It's not the way they'll set up if you want to be elite. So I've always recognized, especially I get a little bit older each year, I recognize it, man. Like we ask our guys to do a lot physically and mentally in the summer, and it's the biggest gift I can give them because you want to advance in the NCAA tournament, and you want those guys when it's all over to thank you. I've never had a player really thank me, after a disappointing deal. But you're going to get those thank yous when you win, and winning's not easy.
How do you feel Dia has responded to being challenged this offseason?
Yeah, it's same kind of thing we talked about last time. Just I think I'm kind of commented out. It's time for these lights to come on. I respect Dia's heart. I respect his intelligence. I respect the way he goes about it, the way he lives his life. But it's a bottom line deal. I mean, the guy has extremely high expectations. I'll say that. He set his goals. I haven't set them for him. And so, when you talk about when you're a grown man and you're playing your fourth or fifth year in college basketball, and when you tell your coach or your teammates, you want to play in the NBA. Okay, I mean, how hard it is to do that. Like, I mean, so when you say that, okay, I mean, do you really mean it? And then when you really mean it, okay, what are you going to do to back it up? And Dia does a lot of the things that are involved in backing that up, but there's this thing called production, and there's this thing called consistency. So, 5.8 rebounds isn't going to get it done. For Dia, for us, our team, his future, my future, our future, that ain't going to get it done. And so, I don't know, like I was talking to him the other day, like last year, I don't know what his stats were. Was it 5.8 rebounds? I don't know. If Malik Dia would have averaged 10 rebounds, would he even be in college anymore? I don't know. And so what's the difference between 6 and 10? It's two rebounds in the first half and 2 rebounds in the second half. And that's literally like, so on one end, that's how kind of close he is, but on the other end, it's worlds away. And so it gets down to like individual possessions, moments where he's got to be disciplined. Like he's got to do what he says he's going to do. And this isn't like harp on Dia week or whatever, but, he's a guy that really cares, and I care for him. I want what's best for him. And so it's production time. It's time to do it. It's time to do it possession after possession. That's where he is. Do I love Dia? Yes. Do I believe in Dia? Yes. Do I enjoy coaching him? Yes. But is he a finished product? No. He's got to find just another level of discipline. And I think if he does that, he could be a special player.
Quick schedule question. Y'all doing a throwback game again?
Yes. Hasn't been 100% approved yet, but I would like it to be the 4th game of the season. I would like it to be that Friday night game where Coach Barnes comes back. So you guys understand Wetlick, we honored. Coach Evans, we honored. And then Coach Barnes, I hope we can play that in the Tap Pad game. I think it'd be awesome. And then we look forward to future years, whether it be AK or certainly my good friend Kermit. I think we keep building this program and recognize those before us, which I think is really important. And, we wouldn't be here today if those guys and all those players before us. So a Tap Pad game has been good to us. It's the game, it's the arena, the Coliseum, but it's also bringing those coaches, players, eras of Ole Miss basketball back. So that is my hope that it's the fourth game of the year, but it hasn't been 100% confirmed yet.
Is there any quick takeaway on the SEC schedule? I mean, I guess it kind of is what it is, 9 home, 9 away. Did anything stand out?
I haven't even looked at it. I did see that we had 2 games at home before classes start, and so that's a challenge. We got to have great home court advantages. We need sellouts. We need great environments that night. So from a coaching standpoint, that's one of the first things I always look at. So we're going to put a marketing plan together sooner than later and try to sell those seats that are normally the student section and try to create an environment there. But those are unique games in college basketball. That conference play starts, and college basketball is about the students and stuff, but just the way the academic calendars are set up and stuff, I know that's going to be a challenge.
All right, thanks, guys.